Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek Cupboard, I'm Penge and welcome back to Prison Architect, where last time we did some yard work and it was long overdue, wasn't it? Our former yard was a little bit rubbish, if we're being completely honest. I mean, it was very big, it was a very spacious yard, but it had one very sad looking piece of climbing equipment in it, and that was it. So what we've got now is vastly superior. Look at this, it looks very nice, got some nice hedges, some topiary bush things, we've got a nice kind of meadowy bit in the middle, there's now quite a lot of exercise equipment over here and a running track as well, which is very nice. There's some benches, there's some flowers growing out of welly boots, and we have an awful lot of gnomes, because why wouldn't you want all that kind of stuff? So it's looking very nice, but as you can see, there is still a little bit more to do. We need to add some water features, we need some benches, I'd like more flowers. It just needs finishing off to make it as lovely as it could possibly be. Now, we did have a bit of a confusing moment last time when we couldn't work out how to plant some flowers. We were trying to plant some roses, there we go, a lovely rose bush, but whenever we tried, the game just kept saying no, like this. The game just goes, no, absolutely not, no roses allowed, you can't plant those there. But thanks to you wonderful commenting people, I now know why. So thank you commenting people. Apparently roses, and quite a few other flowers as well, they have to go into a special flower garden room zone type thing, which I didn't know, but there we go. So that's how we get the flowers in. Now these need to be 5 by 5, as quite a lot of things seem to be in Prison Architect. So I think if we want to get a flower garden over here, which I think would be good, I think we could do with getting one of these in, we might need to just sort of rejig the layout a little bit. We might need to change our plans for the yard ever so slightly. All this space up here is reserved for farming, so we can't put the flower garden up there anywhere. So it's going to have to go down here somewhere. And I mean, that is a very big yard. It's a very big yard for 21 prisoners. I mean, it's very spacious. So I think possibly we could take up a little bit of the space of the yard and get ourselves a nice flower garden thing going on. And I think as well, if we do get a flower garden in, hang on a second, isn't there kind of like a flower therapy thing? I think we saw this before. Where is it? There we go. Flower therapy. 9 people are interested in flower therapy. I mean, that sounds wonderful. And this is the loveliest prison. I can't think of anything much lovelier than just, going and spending some time with flowers and caring for them and growing them and feeling really happy when a thing that you've planted grows out of the ground and turns into a beautiful bloom. It sounds very lovely indeed. So I think, yeah, let's get ourselves a lovely flower garden set up. Now, the only thing is, we do need to kind of restructure this. So I think, right, planning tool, come to the rescue planning tool, because, yeah, I think we need to plan it out before we then start, demolishing things and all that kind of stuff. Now, the planning tool doesn't exactly have stuff in for planning out yards and flower gardens, so we'll make do with what there is. I think then, so if it's got to be 5 by 5, how about we have the flower garden kind of just coming across like that? So I think that should be okay. So hang on, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if we make the flower garden 8 by however big that is, that should be okay. And the yard can still go over here. I mean, do we just put the flower garden down to there? Do we just get the flower garden going all the way down to here? And there'll be a path going through it and some gnomes in it, but that's absolutely fine. I think that's what we do. So we make that a flower garden, and then I think we take out these bits here. So we take out those kind of bush, sort of hedge type things, and push them over there. So hang on. Firstly, let us zone out the flower garden, because I think that's what we should do. So if we do that, look, that's now a flower garden. So it needs to be outdoor and a minimum size of 5 by 5. Hang on a minute, we'll just move time on ever so slightly. Right, it's now a valid flower garden zone. So the yard is kind of a little bit smaller, but it's still very big. And then we have a flower garden just here. Now at the moment, there is a big path going through the middle of the flower garden. I don't think we should have that. I think the path should possibly run along the edge over here, and then in the middle here we can have a nice water feature there, and then we can have benches and topiary bushes and all that kind of stuff around here. So how about we get the flooring? Now what was this again? This was outside, it was paving stones, which aren't very dramatic if I'm completely honest. I thought it might be a bit nicer. That sandstone is outdoor only. That might be okay. Let's try that, shall we? Shall we try a bit of that? And that might look really nice. And if it looks good, oh, it's very expensive. Okay, do you know what? We'll put that there for now. Oh my goodness me. That's really quite expensive. Paving stones, $10 per square. Sandstone, $40 per square. Okay, but you know what? Loveliest prison. Let's make it as lovely as we can get it. And now we need to move these. So I think if we could just move those over like that, we could just make this a little bit wider. So hang on a minute. This might take a while to move all these individually. So let me just kind of, shuffle these lovely border plants around. Okay, there we go. So these border plants are going to be shuffled over here. We do need another one for just there. So let's go and get these in. So hang on a minute. So border. So border plant. Apparently we have 3 of those in reserve anyway, which is quite handy. So, okay, that's very helpful. So if we pop that just there, so that completes a nice border down there. And then we need another corner one because we need that to go into the corner. So hang on. So a corner one just there and a corner one just there. And then we need another one going across the top like that and 2 across the bottom like that. And then I think we then get rid of these corner ones here. And then we just have kind of like a, sort of a straight one like that and a straight one like that. And then people can walk into the plant area and we'll sort of, we'll get rid of I wonder if you can plant, hang on. Can you plant roses on the little sort of meadowy stuff? Yes, you can. Okay, so how about then, because it is a garden, I think we should make it all nice and kind of meadowy again. So get rid of the path that's going through the middle because that doesn't look very gardeny. So let's change that back round again. So yeah, can we please have a nice flowery field going through there? I like the look of that. Do you know what? We could keep those corner ones. And then just have this as a little way into the garden. Do you know what? Let's do that actually. Hang on. Can we cancel that? Right click to cancel that. Cancel that, please. Right, hang on. So we need borders again. Oh no, that's the wrong button. Pressing the right button might help. Right, border. So border plant B. So if we rotate that around like that, and then the other one can go like that. Okay, and then do you know what? Let's put those topiary bush things in the corner as well. Because I quite like those. They just round topiary things. Yeah, topiary bush ball. So I think if we put one in that corner and one in that corner, that will look quite nice, right? And that is plenty of work for people to be getting on with now. Because that's quite a lot. They've got to put the path down. Oh, that looks... Do you know what? I like that more, I think. I like that more. It looks a little bit like they've not laid it properly. If you could lay it properly, that would be quite nice. But yeah, I think I like that more than that path there. It stands out a bit more. This path here kind of just fades into the grass a bit, whereas that's got a little bit more of a sort of, more clearly defined edge type thing, which is wonderful. Okay, right, so they can get on with doing all the kind of stuff over here. They've got a few bits to move in. Okay, right, that's very handy. One thing we could do right now, whilst we're sort of waiting for them to do that, if we go to... deploy. No, it's not deployment. Hang on a minute. It's logistics. We do need to put some more people over to work in the workshop because, of course, we spent ages last time expanding the workshop and making it lovely and big and spacious. And now nobody works in it. So I think, we need to assign some people here. So let's put 5 people in. There are 5 qualified prisoners to go and work in the workshop. I think we get 5 of them in. And that means that somebody might possibly make a superior bed. Imagine that. That'll be a wonderful day when that happens. But there we go. So we'll sort that out. Have all the other rooms got plenty of stuff going on? How about we put another person in the laundry? That might be quite good. I mean, we've got 21 prisoners right now. So hang on. So 5 over there. That's 7 including the kitchen. 9 in the shop. 11 in the library. 12, 13, 14, 15 in the laundry. Okay, crikey, hang on. 16, 17, 18 down here in the cleaning cupboard thing. Okay, right. So again, we're kind of going to have problems with a shortage of prisoners to go and work in all the places. I mean, do we really need 2 of them working in the library? I don't think we do. I think that should be okay. And then possibly we just have 2 doing some cleaning because, we do have quite a lot of janitors. So that's quite handy. Oh, there's a death. Oh no, what's happened? Who has overdosed or whatever? Let's go and have a look at what's happening. Oh no. oh dear. Right. Our psychologist has been murdered by a prisoner with a fountain pen in the office. I think it was Bailey with the fountain pen in the psychologist office. Oh look, there's been a fight and everything. The sofa's damaged. The chair's damaged. Oh dear. Do they not have a panic button or something? Right, now Bailey possibly needs to... Bailey might need to be reprimanded here. Can we do an action? Can we go and lock this person down for 24 hours? Because they've just murdered somebody. Oh dear. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good at all. Okay, right, they just murdered somebody. I've also just noticed that I think, because there's been a little bit of an update, all the convictions have gone to the actual original ones. They've wiped out the lovely convictions. Okay, right, hang on. Ignore that. Pretend they're all lovely convictions, like, standing up too early on a plane and, making tea by putting the milk in first and that kind of stuff. Because, I didn't go and update those, which is a bit of a shame. But there we go. Right, Bailey has committed a bit of a murder. This is a little bit of a problem. Okay, now what is Bailey doing? Bailey is just hanging out next to the body. Yeah, there's a guard coming in. Who is a little bit grumpy. So, Bailey, could you possibly... Yeah, there you go. You're being arrested, which is probably a very, very good thing. That's not good, is it? That's not good news at all. The fact that our guard has been... not our guard, our psychiatrist... Hang on, was it our psychiatrist or psychologist? The psychologist has been murdered is not a good thing. Oh, and look, we've found a fountain pen. What are the chances of that? I mean, I assume they stole the fountain pen from the fancy desk. Because, a fancy desk is going to have a fountain pen. That might even be another fountain pen right there. Okay. I mean, that is unexpected. I like the fact that Bailey is now sort of, clapped in irons, as it were. And then he's just stood in the room of the psychiatrist, who is probably now a little bit concerned and, afeared for his life. Because you've got Bailey in there, who is, a known murderer. Could we possibly take Bailey somewhere to do escort prisoner to solitary? Could we do that really quickly? Because, he did just murder someone. Owed it. Right, okay, that's unexpected. That is unexpected. Also unexpected is the fact that, all the crimes and stuff return to normal. Hang on a minute, hang on. Let me go and sort that out, because I'm not happy that the crimes are the default crimes. This is the loveliest prison. We want the lovely crimes back. There we go, that's much better. So Bailey has his proper convictions back. And my goodness me, he is a bit of a monster. Oh, dear me. So he's in for 25 years for not using a coaster. I mean, Bailey, who has just murdered somebody, is going to be in our prison for an awfully long time. He's in for 5 years for eating with his mouth open. That's terrible. 7 years for folding the corner of pages in books. I mean, that's a long time. That is a long time for that offence. He must have gone to the library and done that a lot. Slamming car doors, 3 years. Standing up as soon as the plane lands, 6 years. And another count of standing up as soon as the plane lands, another 3 years. Oh my goodness me. Right, so we have a very troublesome prisoner. He's only 20. He's 20 years old and he's done all this stuff. My goodness me, he didn't mess around. He's going to be here for a very, very long time. I think maybe we might possibly need to lock him away quite a bit because, he did just murder somebody. So that's not great, is it? Okay, right, let's get stuff going on. Is our poor psychiatrist, psychologist, whoever it was, psychologist, they're over here. They're over here in the mortuary. I suspect maybe that might come with a little bit of a financial penalty. I am not entirely sure, but I think having one of our staff members murdered might not be perceived well with the prison authorities. So possibly we might be in for a little bit of a cash hit, but we shall see. So we need another psychologist, and this one hopefully cannot get murdered by a pen. That would be nice. So, psychologist. Let's get another one. Don't put any of this in the job advert. Don't put any of that in there at all. That's going to be terrible. Nobody mentioned this. Have we got all the blood off the floor? Yes, we have. Okay, so, a new psychologist costs $1,000 to get in, $200 per day. We need one of those. Okay, hooray, we have a psychologist again. And look, the room is all nice and tidy. We've scraped all the blood off the floor. It's all wonderful. Okay, right. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Nobody mentioned that. But I suspect at some point we are going to get a bit of an extreme penalty for allowing one of our staff members to get murdered. But there we go. Okay, so back we go to our lovely flower garden. Oh, and look at that. Swatton is having a little look around. That's very nice. Yep, enjoying the outside. Just, spending some time outdoors. Hang on. We don't have flowers down there. We don't have little sort of meadowy flowers. That's not very good, is it? Hang on a second. Hang on. Where's the flowery field gone? Can we have flowery field in there as well, please? And we took them out, didn't we? We took it out because we were trying to plant the roses or whatever it was. Okay, right, so planning tool. Get rid of that now because, we've sort of got that sorted. So I think now we need to figure out what we want to do. How many flowers can we have in there now? So if we... Hang on a minute, not like that. So if I zoom in on this, what can we have in the flower garden? So if we scroll down a bit... hang on. A snack machine... increases... Oh, I thought that was for the yard. No, the yard doesn't need a snack machine. A compost bin. Used to repurpose food and organic waste into helpful fertiliser. Oh, okay. I kind of feel like we should have a compost bin out in the garden. That makes perfect sense. How about we have one of those over there and one of those over there? That would make sense, because we're out in the garden. We could do some composting. A shed. Oh, yes. An area to store all your seeds, tools, and other farming items. Oh, hang on. Is that for farming and not gardens? Okay. However, these are the things we can have down here. There's a flower... Oh, hang on. A flower planter in a watering can. Why didn't we have any of those down here? Okay, do you know what? We're going to put some of those in the middle like that because they look nice. Yeah, so we can have rose bushes, sunflowers, mixed begonias, heather bushes, and hydrangea plants. All sounding very nice indeed. So how about we get... I kind of feel like we need little sort of bunches of these. We don't want anything in front of these because we don't want anything to get in the way. How about when we come in, on either side, we can have some hydrangea plants. No idea what I'm talking about in terms of plants, but there we go. Hydrangea plants it is. And then I think along either side, along the back of there, we just have roses. I think we just have a massive line of roses like that and a line of roses like that. I think that will look pretty. And then so we've got roses, we've got hydrangeas. Now sunflowers are nice. I like sunflowers. So how about we have... Let's just sort of dot some sunflowers around. So can we... Oh, it's not going to work properly. Okay, that's fine. So we've got sunflowers there. And then we'll have mixed begonias in with the sunflowers. We'll leave a gap over there. And on this side, we haven't got any heather bushes. So, okay, well, heather bush, heather bush, heather bush, heather bush. And then we'll put 2 heather bushes in the middle. And then some more sunflowers. Because sunflowers are pretty. There we go. And I imagine we can kind of walk over the flowers to get to the ones at the back. I think that should be okay. Okay, so let's move time on nice and quick. Here we go. The fertiliser system. Fertiliser can be applied to any area within farming rooms. Okay, it's to do with farming and not necessarily gardens. Do you know what? It's fine. It's fine. We can pretend they're using it for the fertiliser for the plants. That makes sense. Yeah, okay, so let's get this going on nice and quick. Got lots of lovely flowers. That's all very pretty. Oh, they actually come with bags. They come with bags of seeds and things. Oh, okay, that's quite nice. Look at that. The yard being very, very popular. People, I guess, talking about, the brutal pen murder. Which we don't talk about because it didn't happen because it's not lovely enough, of course. Yep, okay, right. So can we get all the plants in? I think we can. Right, so now that's done. Pause time for a sec. Let's go back over to here and let us open up our flower therapy program. Let's begin that. $150 per session. Yeah, okay, we'll open up one of those. And we might need to do the workshop safety induction again. We might need to do that because there's 5 people interested. And those 5 people might be the people that make the beds. So yes, please. We shall have that as well. That will be wonderful. Okay, that's very good. Now we do have 36 grand. And there is something that I've been meaning to do for a long time. I think we need to sort the flooring out over in the cafeteria, canteen, eatery type place. Because it's not had a proper floor for absolutely ages. And I think now it is time. I think we spend a little bit of money on getting this sorted. The only thing is, what do we go for? What do we go for? We don't want to put carpet down. Because they're going to spill things on the floor, and it's really awful having to get if they tread on stuff as well. If you're trying to get squished egg and bacon out of a floor, out of a carpet, and it's all kind of trod into the fibres and all that kind of stuff, that's not nice, is it? I was thinking possibly marble tiles. Imagine that going into your cafeteria and the floor being made of marble. That's very fancy pants, isn't it? The wooden floor is okay. It's really expensive, which is a surprise. So wooden floor is $50 per square. Marble, given that marble's quite fancy, $10 per square. I think let's go for marble. I do quite like it as well. Ceramic is expensive, mosaic is not. The wooden floor would look good, and it is sort of classic sort of cafeteria flooring, a wooden floor, isn't it? But the marble is quite fancy as well. Or do we have marble walkways? We might have marble corridors, possibly. Do you know what? A wooden floor might actually work quite well. Laminate flooring, which is fire resistant. I suppose that could be handy, but but more in the kitchen, I would say. How about, yeah, let's do it. Let's bite the bullet. We shall go for a wooden floor. It's going to be really expensive. It's going to be, oh, it's so costly. $4,500 pretty much dollars to get that bit done. Get the doorways done as well. And then pop that bit onto there. That's a lot of money we just spent on flooring. But it'll look a lot better. It will look wonderful when that is done. And the flower garden's done. I think Denning just had a wander through, which is lovely. Okay, right, so with that done, with the flower garden now in place, I think, hang on a second, hang on. What we need to do is, let's go to flooring. Let's also, while we're spending a load of silly money, let's get the flooring done over here. So we can put that as the lovely kind of sandstone big tiles. So we'll have that just there like that. What's Mead doing? Is Mead doing a spot of gardening? It looks like Mead might be gardening. It looks like Mead is pulling up the weeds. Mead is weeding. You're relaxing in a garden outdoor area. That is exactly what we want to see. This is what we want to see people in the loveliest prison doing. Not murdering people with pens. No, going and doing a lovely spot of weeding outdoors, having a lovely time. Right, so they can do that. Now, the only thing is, over here now, I would like to get a water feature in. The only thing is, are we going to have enough room for anything? Hang on, is there a fountain? I'm pretty sure there is a fountain. So the fountain is... It's one little thing. Right, okay. I've got an idea. I have an idea. So what we could do, we could have this sort of bit in the middle of water. Then we have another path bit going up like that. And in the middle we have water. And we can just put some fountains in the middle. So let's do that, I think. So flooring and landscaping. Okay, so we want some water. Create streams, rivers, and other impassable areas. Or... shallow water. They can walk over the shallow water. I don't really want them to be strolling around over the shallow water. That's kind of not what I had in mind. So how about we just get water? Although, can they drown people in the water? Now, I know this is the loveliest prison, but as we've seen, bad things can sometimes happen. Maybe... Do you know what? We'll go for it. We'll risk it, shall we? So hang on a second. Hang on. Planning tool. Where's the middle? Is that the middle? Hang on. So if we plot that as the middle... that's 7 that way, and that's 6 that botherations. Right, okay, so there isn't really a middle. So, okay, so we'll have to sort of put, maybe, unless we just have a thin bit like that, and then we could put, hang on, what about like that? That might be okay. So hang on, what's the difference? So there's 4 there, and there's 5 there, but we can't, unless we just do it like that. Do you know what that'll do? So now there's 4 on that side, and 4 on that side. Yeah, that'll do. That's okay. So we'll make that water. We'll fill that with fountains, which can go, kind of in the water. And then we'll put some nice things on the corners of the water. And then we'll have some benches and some lovely topiary bushes and all that kind of stuff. There we go. That's what we will do. So hang on a second. So back to flooring. Landscape. Okay, so water. So water there and there and there. Wonderful. Right, and then we want to get in... some sort of, bushes or something nice. I mean, possibly. Can we have apple trees? Oh, they're huge. No, we can't have apple trees. They're ridiculously vast. I mean, topiary. Oh, topiary swans. We could have topiary swans around the water. I think that sounds good. Can we flip them round? We can't rotate them. Oh, that's a bit frustrating. Never mind. I think, 4 topiary swans for $1,000. Oh, goodness me. Okay, we are spending quite a lot of money on the yard, and we still haven't sorted out, the farming bit or the bakery or anything like that. Okay, right, no, it's fine. It's all fine. Hopefully we can get this done, and then we get some fountains in as well, because I'm very excited to see how the whole fountain thing works. Because I'm not entirely sure. They just sort of sit in the water, then are they big and dramatic? Are they kind of, fire upwards toward us? I don't know. So hang on. I think that is now done. So we've got ourselves a little bit of water in the middle, which is nice. So I think, we can now go to here and put in some fountains. Place in water to create a relaxing fountain feature. Okay, so a fountain and a fountain, and 2 there, and 2 there. Hang on. They just magically appear? They have to be plumbed in? No, because they're already on water. How come they... Okay, The fountains magic themselves into existence. Okay, I mean, it's a bit dark out there, which is a bit of a shame. We've got the lovely solar lights trying their best. But yeah, I think that looks quite nice. I like that. And then we just want to get some more sort of nice, sort of, topiary stuff and some benches and such like out there. I think that will be quite nice. So let's get some outside benches going on. So some benches. Yeah, like a nice park bench. If we put one there and one there overlooking the water, that's quite relaxing, isn't it? That's very lovely. And then what else can we get? I mean, a life ring possibly wouldn't go amiss, I don't think, given what we've seen. Okay, how about just some nice plant things going on? We've got some fern bushes. They might be quite nice. Just pop some fern bushes across the other side. Or are they that nice? Are ferns really that nice? I'm not entirely convinced, actually. That might be our best option. Unless we put... Oh no, let's have some more topiary animals. We haven't got a topiary warden. We can we can have a topiary dinosaur. I mean, why wouldn't we want a topiary dinosaur? Yes, please. We'll have one of those. And then a topiary deer can go just that. There's a topiary dinosaur. Yeah, that's the best thing in the prison. Okay, that's that sorted then. Oh, there's one of these weird notebook things. Yep, okay, good. Yep, lovely notebooky stuff. Yep, absolutely. That's very exciting. I think that might be okay. There's a nice bit of space there where you can just sort of, relax and all that kind of stuff. We don't have to fill, we don't have to fill everything in with stuff. We can leave gaps. It's okay. However, saying that, at the top there, that is a little bit disappointing, isn't it? Down here's got some lovely stuff. Up there's looking a little bit empty around the edge of the running track. Why don't we put some stuff across the top here? We've got a little bit of blank emptiness there, so I think we should put something there. I'm thinking some more of these. I like these. Maybe we could have, the different kind of, what are they? If I search for flower, that should bring them up. So here we go, flower. So let's pick up some watering can ones. We'll have a watering can and a watering can. We've got one in the middle. So we have a wheelbarrow in the middle, and then the welly boot planter things. Yeah, I like that. There we go. So that'll fill in the space at the top and make it look very pretty. I'm just waiting for our dinosaur to come in. Can we please get our dinosaur in? Look at that. We made quite a bit of money again. Another grand for a reformed prisoner and no money taken away, even though one of our staff got murdered by a pen. Okay, right, that's good. And look at that. The cafeteria, canteen, whatever you want to call it, the cafeteria canteen eating place now has a floor. It's got a proper flooring in, which is wonderful. Okay. That is long overdue. We've waited a long time for that, and it looks very good. Okay, that's very good. Right, I'm happy with that. Have we got anybody doing the carpentry apprenticeship thing? Has anybody made a bed? I mean, there's wood in here. There are logs. So I assume people must be doing something with carpentry. Yeah, like that, just there, look. There's a big pile of wood on that carpentry table. So I assume somebody must be doing something with it. So hopefully at some point soon we can get people making beds, because we haven't completed a grant in absolutely ages, and it's a little bit silly. Oh, and we've got rats again. Many rats. Hang on a minute. Let's call in the air pest control people if we can find a gap in the air traffic. Hang on a second. Just keep clicking the button until they can actually turn up. Yeah, I think the helipad has to be free. I think there has to be a little gap. There we go. Right, so we've called them in. They can come in and do all the stuff. We've still got the delivery person standing on the helipad with the present, just waiting forever. But that's okay. And if we go and look at the, let's go and have a quick look at the fountain outside now. Yeah, that looks quite nice. I like that. Right, we need to do the path now. We need to do the rest of the path because that is a little bit of a mess. There's a rat. There's a rat in the yard. Quickly, go and sort it out. Okay, and some of these are broken. Can we replace the broken tiles, please? They're very expensive. Okay, yeah, we need to get the flooring in as well. So sandstone. Yep, so run that down like that, and that across like that. It's really expensive, but I think we have to do it just to complete the look. And I think that will be very nice. Okay, right, so they can work on that. Hopefully the rat people can come in and, find the rats and send them away to the wonderful rat utopia, where we send all of our rats. Yeah, it's coming down to 10 already. Down to 5, so that's pretty good. And, yeah, is anybody over here in the workshop? It doesn't look like there is. There's nobody in the workshop at all. Oh, it's a sad day. There's somebody in the kitchen, somebody in the laundry. There's a couple of people in the shop, the shop is proving to be very popular with the workers now, because they realise that all the prisoners can get all of their little sort of luxury items. So that's going quite well. I mean, a long while ago, we struggled to get anybody in the shop. The shop just wasn't working. Now that is going very nicely indeed. But yeah, still nobody going to the workshop. Nobody there. 5 prisoners qualified, none of them working in the shop, in the workshop, which is a bit of a shame. Okay, never mind. Maybe tomorrow they'll go and have a play with a saw. Oh, hang on a minute, hang on. One person has decided to come and work in the workshop. However, I think they might be a bit late, because at 12 o'clock, isn't it lunchtime? So they've just started doing something on the on one of the tables there, and now it's gone to lunchtime. So they came in and spent, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes, maybe even less doing that over there, and that was kind of it. Okay, botherations. That was a little bit unfortunate. Okay, never mind. Can't be helped. Right, maybe tomorrow we'll see more people running in and doing some exciting workshop stuff. Maybe just to force those people to go and work in the workshop, we really do need to temporarily reduce the amount of other jobs going. So maybe we have one person working in the kitchen, one person doing the cleaning, one person in the library is okay, a couple of people in the shop seems to work quite nicely, and then perhaps 3 people doing laundry. So what is that? It's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 jobs maximum can be elsewhere, which leaves 5 jobs for the workshop. So hopefully tomorrow people will flood into the workshop and do all that kind of stuff. It might be because there's a lesson on, like a sort of a class type thing, isn't there, in the workshop? But there's plenty of other things as well. So, if there is a bit of a lesson going on, just don't interrupt that, but go and do some carpentry, please. Somebody please do carpentry, because we really do need to finish that goal, because it's been there forever. But yeah, okay, we'll see what happens tomorrow. Let's move time on nice and fast. Do you know what I think we should do? Even though it's a very unexciting, fairly boring thing, I think we should take advantage of the fact that it's summer and lovely and warm right now. I think we should go and lag all of the cold water pipes. It's very, very boring and very unexciting. But now that it's summer, I think we should do it. Because, it's very, very unlikely that we're going to have a great big freeze right now. So we can get this all done in readiness for the winter, rather than do it in a sort of reactionary sort of way and panic, going, oh no, all the water pipes are frozen. We can just do it now whilst it's lovely and warm. I think that is possibly our best option. Oh, we just spent some money there. That's okay. Nothing too bad. But yeah, there's quite a lot. There's quite a lot of water pipes going on. So I think, we might be here a little while. The big pipes are the main things. There are some smaller pipes. So, do we have to do the larger pipes? Hang on, where is it? So, small pipe insulation. Do the bigger pipes need insulation? It doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like the big pipes need any kind of insulation whatsoever. It's the littler pipes. It's those ones there. We can't insulate those. Hot water pipes. Yeah, there's large pipes. But I can't see. There's backup generators. Ooh. That's quite exciting. Still solar energy that will automatically power the electricity in the event of a power cut when connected to the prison's electricity cables. Backup generators are limited to 1 per circuit. Ooh. Is it worth investing in a backup generator? Still solar energy. So it's got to be outdoor. We have got quite a lot of outdoor stuff. How big is it? One could go just there. And we could tuck one of those over there. That is in the garbage area. That will connect the circuits up. And we can definitely put one down here. So the bottom circuit, so the circuit over here toward the sort of the south and the west of the prison, that can have a backup generator. Do you know what? Let's do that. Let's pop one of those in for fun, because we haven't got one of those. But yeah, it doesn't look like we need to insulate the larger pipes. It's just the little ones. Do you know what? That's fine. That might make our lives a little bit easier, because there's not that many of those. And there's a few. Of course, there are a few, as we can see. But yeah, if we just go and do all of these, that should be absolutely fine. It might take a little while, so I'll just go ahead and get this done, because there's a few of these sort of sticking out. It's where they go out and connect to the toilets and all that kind of stuff, isn't it? Yeah, there's quite a long one going across there. That's okay. But yeah, if I just sort of run through and get these done nice and quick, at least that is a job done now that we don't then have to panic about in winter when all the pipes are frozen. We can stop it happening in the first place. It's sort of prevention rather than reaction, or whatever the wording would be. Okay, there we go. I think I've now got all of those. So all of these smaller pipes should now be insulated. And there I was saying, there's not that many of those. That number there's 150 of them to do right now. That was up at 170. So they have worked their way through a few of those. So yeah, it is quite a big job. It's quite a big job. Oh, hang on. Hang on. No, these aren't done. Hang on a second. Although, hang on. That's a restaurant. We might not need those. Okay, hang on. We'll hold off on that for a bit, actually. We might not need those, but they can do those. It's fine for now. If we do need them, I imagine the restaurant will need a sink or whatever, so we can connect it up in this corner and it will be fine. And everything will be lovely and kind of insulated and marvellous. But, do we need this bizarre arrangement of pipes in the corner? I would think not. Do you know what? Let's sell those. Sell those there, because we don't need those. So they can just clear off. That's fine. And we don't need that bit, and we don't need that bit. And do you know what? Do we even need those bits around there? No, we do not. Our utilities are a little bit of a mess, aren't they? They are all over the place, but it's fine. There we go. Right, so bit of a job for them to go and sort that all out, but they will get there in the end, I'm sure. It seems that Corner has gone to bed with a great big bag of rubbish, and also Corner is injured and Corner is currently bleeding all over his bed. What is going on there? What's that? Why is there another bag of rubbish being discovered? Why are people now collecting bags of garbage and trash and litter and doing stuff with that? What is going on? What are you lot all up to? Hang on a minute, hang on. Can we escort you to the infirmary? Because you're not very well. You have been injured. You're seriously injured. Yeah, we possibly should take you to receive some medical attention. Because I think that would be a good idea, wouldn't it? Because you're clearly not very well. And as somebody did point out, I thought because we had, 8 kennels, sort of 8 dog crates. I'm going to call them kennels, but 8 dog crates. We can only have 8 dogs. But people in the comments have pointed out that the dogs only go into the crates to have a rest. At the moment, we've got 2 dogs in the crates having a rest. The other dogs are out and about, doing wonderful things, being cute, adorable dogs and making everybody go, whoa, look. What? Who has injured Spring the guard dog? This is outrageous behaviour. Okay, right. Somebody's attacked Spring the guard dog. Do they not know that this is the loveliest prison? And they're supposed to look at the guard dogs and go, not attack them or fight with them. Okay, that's a bit outrageous and very unfortunate. We can have more. We can have more guard dogs. So I think we've got 8 now. I think we get another 4. Because that should be okay. At the moment, each guard dog can have their own kind of little crate thing. I think another 4 and we'll be absolutely fine. And that's another 4 dogs, which is very exciting. So, let's get us another 4 dog handlers. So, we'll put them. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. I want to see what the dogs' names are. So we've got Doge, or Doggy, or whatever. Hadley. Oh, no, that's the dog handler. Hang on. I want to cycle through. So the dog is called Blake. And the dog is called Shiloh. And the dog is called Wyatt. Okay, they've got good names. I like the dog names. Okay, we'll close that. Okay, good stuff. Right, so now we've got some more dogs. And they can just go and do their stuff. Oh, and they've immediately stationed themselves somewhere. That is very good. Okay, hang on. One of them used keys to open the door. One of them used keys. Is that not connected? Is it not connected? No, it is connected. Okay, maybe it was just a bit slow. Maybe the person operating the thing was a bit slow. Or maybe there was nobody there. Maybe there wasn't a guard jabbing the buttons on the magic door opening system thing. Okay, right. How are they doing with all of the with the things? There's only 40 pipes left for them to do. Okay, that's very impressive. Okay, let's run time on until that is complete. Let's get all of the kind of the insulation sorted. The really, really exciting insulation work that we've carried out. Oh, this is very exciting. Wilson down here is at one of the carpentry tables in the workshop. Wilson, are you learning all about how to do carpentry and how to make superior beds? Because my goodness me, it would be wonderful if you could make just one of those. Oh no, you're on the workshop safety induction. Do you know what? That's okay. How are we looking? Concentration, excellent. Understanding, excellent. Okay, that is very good. I'm very happy with that. Wilson, I like you. And you're in. My goodness me, we have some people in for some very, very long stretches here. You're in for 2 counts of not changing the toilet roll. Oh, dearie me. Okay, that's kind of legitimate, isn't it? That's justified. 28 years for not doing it once, but twice. 2 times you failed to change the toilet roll, and you just left somebody there, just in peril without any toilet roll. Yeah, okay, that's not good. That's not good at all, Mr. Wilson. So okay, that's fine. But hopefully you can pick up the skill to work in the workshop. Success chance is already 75%, which is very good. And then hopefully, that's ticking up 78%. 79%. 80, that's flying up. Can he pass? Can he? I think he's going to pass. Success chance is going up, and he's got half an hour left. We're on 95%. Oh, please pass. And then please come back in and do some woodwork stuff. Success chance, and boom. I think you're done. I think you will pass. And Barsby has come in, and Barsby is doing some work on one of the press things. Okay, so did you pass? Did you pass? Can we see if you've passed? I'm not really sure how we can find out if they've passed or not. Workshop safety induction, success. They've passed. They can work in the workshop. Okay, but that's very good. That is very encouraging. At least we've got somebody that can do something in the workshop. I mean, yeah, they might not be making beds, but they can at least do something in the workshop. It's lovely and huge and big now. It'd be nice to see it being all busy. I think it might be time to get our bakery set up. We've waited an awfully long time. These rooms have been sort of, stood empty for ages. They're just not doing anything at all. And they're quite big spaces. So let's actually put them to use. And I know we can get a grant for them. So, we're missing out on a bit of money to help get us started. But we've got about 30 grand. That's not so bad. And hopefully when people come in and, enjoy our delicious baked goods, they will pay us a good amount of money. So we could make some good money back on this. And I think if we do get the bakery set up and then we go and attempt to have the grant for it, if we then go, yes, I'd like to get bakery production skills, and it says build the bakery, we'll have that done. And then we just need to sell 25 baked goods to people, which will happen by virtue of just, time happening and people coming in. So I think that is going to be good. I mean, we're going to miss out on the 10 grand. We're going to miss out on that up front, but that's a bit of a shame. But I think we can muddle through. The only thing is, do we need a door over here to let the prisoners into a kind of, this side? So the sort of, the staff side. And then, where the sort of the dough mixer and the oven's going to be. Because, there is a shop counter. And the shop counter is going to work a little bit like this, isn't it? A sort of a shop front type thing. I think that's how this is going to work. Because surely we can't have just customers coming in and mingling with the inmates, can we? That seems a little bit dangerous. So let's pause time for a second. Yes, still got around 30 grand. Let's have a look at getting this sorted. Let's get us a lovely, lovely bakery. So go to objects. Now what do we need? So we need a dough mixer. Can we just filter on what we need for this, please? So a tall fridge. We need one of those. So a fridge or a tall fridge. A tall fridge sounds more exciting. Now meal ingredients can be stored at head height. Okay. Right, that's very exciting. So we will store the... Hang on. That's pointing to downwards. That's pointing... Which way is the back? That's pointing to the right. That's down, is it? Hang on. I'm not quite sure which way anything is pointing. Storage shut. That doesn't help either. Do the gnomes turn round? No, that the sheds turn round. I'm not quite sure. Hang on. Which way? I think it's that way, isn't it? I think it's that way. So the tall fridge is going to go in the corner down here. That's okay. So I kind of feel like we need to have the sort of baking operations bit over here. So that's that. And then we need... What else do we need at the back here? So an oven and a dough mixer. Okay, so an oven. So how about... oh, the oven is huge. Oh my goodness me. The oven is a big old thing. It's a big chunky thing. Okay. So if we have... Hang on. What else do we need? We shop counter, display counter. Hang on. Where are these things? Where's a shop counter and... Hang on. Display counter. So a display counter. Serving unit used to store baked goods. Okay. So we could put that, say, there possibly. So how about we have that just there. So that can be displaying the lovely goods. And then we can get ourselves... Hang on, what was the other thing? It was another counter, wasn't it? So then we need a shop counter. Okay, so then a shop counter. So that can go, say, there. That's okay. And then we might need something to block off access to the public. But that's fine. So we'll pop that just there. So we've got a shop counter and a display counter. Got a fridge. So we're going to need... Oh, cake stands. Cake stands. Very important. We need quite a lot of these. So cake stands. A display stand to display deliciously sweet treats. Okay, so how about we have one of those there, one there, one there, one there. I like that. I like that. And then just there, I think possibly we do need to put a wall. Just to have a little bit of a barrier between the public and the baking, possibly. I mean, are they too far forwards? They might be a little bit too far forward. So now we just need a dough mixer and an oven. And that is it. Okay, maybe they're a bit too far forward. Hang on a minute. So The dough mixer, I imagine, is relatively small. Yeah, that's quite small. So that could go next to the fridge, like that down there. And then, yeah, then we just need the oven. So if we just pop the oven in, so the oven can go in. I mean, where could the oven go? That's facing downwards, which is unfortunate because we don't want it facing that way. That's facing left, that's up, that's facing right. So if we put the oven just... I mean, how are we going to get into this room? If we put the oven... Hang on. Could we put the oven just there? And that's kind of a natural barrier. Although it does look... This bit looks a bit empty now. Looks a bit sad and empty. How about we have the oven like that? And then can we move those things down? Can we move that down? I don't know if they need to get behind it to put the stuff in. That's fine. That's okay. So I think what we need to do is we need to get a little bit of wall just kind of sticking out just there, just to stop the prisoners going over that. Or they could leap over these things, I suppose, if they were that determined. And then we need a door. We need a door going into here where the prisoners can get through. So how about we get ourselves, an orange door. Just a little teeny tiny orange door. And then we'll get ourselves the gear thingamajigger that goes over it. I think it's pulling it that way. And then we want to get an electrical cable. I imagine all these things are going to need to be plugged in anyway. So if we just run that up like that. Hang on. So that's a wall section. So I imagine, yeah, the fridge and the dough mix are going to need to be plugged in. So I imagine, yeah, the big oven is going to need to be plugged in as well. Okay, right. So that's got that set up. And then, yeah, when that's all done, we're going to need flooring. But that's okay. We'll put some flooring in afterwards. But yeah, we'll split it up. So that side's quite nice. And this side's more sort of, functional and what have you. But yeah, there we go. Wonderful. Right. So a little bit of effort required just to get all this stuff in. But yeah, they'll get there soon enough. Oh my goodness me. They did that very, very quickly indeed. Crikeys. That was super fast. Okay, well done. Right. So now we just need some cakes. Although I'm not entirely sure how they can put the cakes on the cake stand. How are they going to put the cakes on? Because the cake stands are out there. Do the cake stands need to be on our side or their side? I thought the cake stands would need to be on the kind of customer side. But now I'm not sure how we're going to get through. Okay, we'll find out how that works at some point soon. Right, let's get the flooring done. So because this is, a classic sort of, a classic bakery type thing. It's like a kitchen-y cooking area. We'll have that there. And then on this side, let's have the marble. Let's have fancy marble flooring in our bakery. There we go. And now we just need people to, come in and work here. Because that would be amazing. There's 20 flour in the tall fridge. So it'd be very exciting. Oh, hang on. We possibly need to say, please come and work here. Qualified prisoners 11. Maximum jobs 3. Do you know what? We'll put a couple of people working in there. Oh, that's going to be wonderful. If we could see the bakery in operation at some point, that would be very exciting. Oh, we've got the proper checkered floor going in as well. Okay, another little room is complete. That is very exciting. Yeah, let's let them do all this stuff. And then, yeah, I guess they're going to come in when it's normal working hours. But yeah, it's all sorted. But yeah, it's lacking cakes, which... Oh, okay, hang on. What's that? That's some more flour. What have you got to do? Load it into the dough mixer. Oh, okay. And that's... Why have you left it on that side? Bring it through this side. This is the cooking side. That is the customer side. Don't leave the ingredients out there. But okay, they'll move it in a bit. Yeah, I think, let's run time on until... Oh, look at that. Another $2,000 Prisoner Reformed Award. I mean, yeah, we've got over 30 grand, even though we just spent a load of money on this. So the money is ticking up very, very nicely indeed. I didn't see us get hit with the fine for having one of our staff murdered with a pen. So that was quite nice. So yeah, let's just get time ticking on until they're going to come to work. And hopefully we will see people excitedly running into here to go and do some baking. Because why wouldn't you want to go and do some baking? It's all very lovely. Have I got that the right way round? I've got the shop counter the wrong way round. Ah, botherations. That's the correct way round. That is not. Because, yeah, look, the things are on that side. That's the calculator to add the things. Hang on a second. Hang on. Let's rotate it round and put it back there, please. Can we do that before customers arrive? Because that's going to look a little bit amateurish, isn't it? There we go. Wonderful. That's much better. Right, okay, I think everything's just about set up correctly. Do you know what? Maybe we'll hang some paintings. That might be quite nice. Lots of paintings of lovely baked goods. Just to, get people into the mindset that they're going to buy some lovely cakes or whatever. So we have one painting in reserve anyway. So I'll pop that there and that there. I mean, it does look like a painting of a person. Maybe it's a person eating a cake and really, really enjoying that cake. huge smile on their face. So again, that will encourage the customers to buy lots of cake. And then we'll put a picture there and a picture there. Unfortunately, we can't turn the pictures round. So we can't put them on the side walls or whatever, which is a little bit of a shame. But there we go, never mind. Right, so let's see how this works then. Currently, I mean, everyone's awake. Everyone's awake. It's lock-up time right now. Then they're going to go and have breakfast. And that's very important. And then we should hopefully see people come over here and do a spot of baking. Here we go. Is anybody going to come in? So we should be able to see on logistics. Please, somebody come in. Somebody come in. Somebody's helping out in the kitchen. Nobody's doing workshop stuff, which is a little bit sad. One person has decided to do some cleaning, which is outrageous. 2 people are back in the shop. 2 people are doing laundry. Why are you choosing to do laundry? I do not know. I mean, maybe they're choosing free time. Do we need to force them to do some work at this point? Do we need to say, oi, you lot, stop slacking off, actually go and do the work? Hang on, regime. Yeah, work and free time. I mean, do we choose work or lock up? It's a shame there isn't just a go and do your work sort of thing. I mean, yeah, do we have work and lockups? Hang on, work and free time. Prisoners are put to work around the prison. Any job openings will be filled, and prisoners will automatically report to their job locations. You can set up job openings from the deployment screen. Oh, okay. Job openings at the deployment screen. Hang on. No, it's the logistics screen, is it not? Or is that something else? Oh, now I'm terribly confused. I thought it was the other screen. I thought it was the logistics screen where we did the job things, because it is. Okay, that's possibly a bit wrong. All reform programs also take place during work time. Prisoners without a job and not currently assigned to a reform program are free to roam around the prison as if under free time. Okay, so they get 4 hours of free time there, and then potentially another 4 hours of free time there where they just sort of, doss about and slack around. And when we could do work or lockup. So all reform programs, take place during work time. Prisoners without a job and not currently assigned to a reform program are restricted to their cells as if under lockup. So we still can't make them work. I'd rather have them enjoying the free time. It is the loveliest prison, so we can't change anything there. Unfortunately, that's not ideal, is it? Come on, somebody come and bake a cake. We have a customer. There's somebody here. Somebody came in. Oh no. Oh, I'm very sorry, civilian customer. You've come all the way on a helicopter to a random island with a prison on it to buy a cake, and you've been left very, very disappointed. I do apologise. We shall try hard. Oh, there's somebody else. There's somebody else, and we haven't got any cakes. Oh, it's so very sad. Can we force them to work in here? Can we tell them to go and work in there if they've got the ability to do so? Can we just tell them to work in there? Prison labour. I mean, prison labour is just the default thing, isn't it? Can we have 3 people? Hang on. The foreman is calling. Is it about a logistics error? Because that often happens. Oh, look. Due to some logistics error that I keep making, which is why I can't make eye contact with you, we are receiving extra supplies. Okay, good. Can we receive extra people to go and do some baking? Because we set up a bakery, and there's a lawyer who'd like to buy a cake, and we're not actually making any kind of baked goods whatsoever. Oh, there's loads of people in. There's someone there. There's someone there. There's somebody operating the shop counter. Somebody's cooking. Luther, you are my hero. Luther is making cakes. Okay, the dough mixer is mixing dough. He's working. Okay, he's still doing some working. Somebody else has joined. Luther and Corner, the baking squad. Okay, I like this. And they just walk through the counter. They just walk through the counter. So it doesn't really matter. So I could possibly... Hang on. Yeah, there's another secure door there. Okay, I was a little bit concerned. I thought, hang on a minute, hang on. If they come in here, can they just run out the front door? But no, there is another proper locked door just there. Can we take that out then and put in a plant? I think I'd like to do that. I'd like to have a nice plant. So can we demolish that wall, please? And we'll put the nice flooring in. And then we'll just have a plant. That's 3 people. Barsby, Corner and Luther. Oh, but they've all cleared off because now it's food time. Ah, that door's not connected to the thingamajig, is it? Hang on. Connect it to the magic door opening machine. There we go. Hopefully somebody will be with you soon, Barsby. There we go. Magic door opening has happened. And there is a baked good. There is a baguette. Okay, it's not the most exciting of things. However, that's a lot better. That's actually quite exciting. Hang on, what's that? A cake. To do, store cake on the cake stand. Oh, that's very good. Okay, right, hang on. So flooring, checkered flooring, and then objects. Of course, let's put a lovely plant just there. A very nice, pretty flower, just, brighten the front of the shop a little bit. So I wonder, will we open up for business again later on when they've finished over in the yard? Because they have yard time now. I think is that till 4 o'clock? And then there's another period of sort of, work/free time. So I'd like to think that people might come back in here and do some more baking. Yeah, maybe they've now got the feel for it. They enjoyed making a cake. Yeah, there you go. Who's that? It's Bailey. Okay, Bailey. Yeah. Do we really want Bailey interacting with the public? I don't think Bailey should be allowed anywhere. Bailey. Oh no, I'm the civilian customer. Okay, Bailey, don't kill them. Don't kill them with the baguette, because that wouldn't look good, was it? Oh, hang on a minute, Bailey's. Don't go near the customer. Run away. That person did run away. They are wise. That person knows the way of things. Right. That cake is being moved to... it's being moved into the display counter, is it? Or did they buy it? Not entirely sure. This civilian customer is just staring at us. Would you like anything, sir? Or are you just going to sort of hang around in the queue for a long, long time? Maybe he's put an order in for a very specific type of cupcake or something. Oh, no, there you go. They've all gone out because it's, it's the end of kind of work hours. Do you know what? That might well have worked. Shop intake, $5. I mean, it's not brilliant. It's not going to change the fate of the prison. But you know what? It's okay. We have another room complete. And it's a lovely room. It's a lovely thing. We have a nice little bakery now. People can come in here. They can make cakes and baguettes and everything else. However, I can't help but notice there seems to be a lot of kind of dodgy stuff going on. Hang on a minute. Hang on. Can we please go and do another shakedown of everything? How many places do we have to do? 387 locations now for places where you might have stored your naughty, nefarious kind of goods. Okay, fine. Right, move time on nice and quick. What is that? What is this? A booze bag. Oh, so they just keep sort of hiding a load of alcohol in big bags. What's that? That's a drink. Is that really that illegal? You, prisoner, what are you doing? I have this drink. No drinking allowed in the Loveliest prison. Why wouldn't they be allowed a can of drink? 2 screwdrivers, yeah, a cell phone, a spoon, a deadly spoon, a shank, a kicker. I don't know what that is. A ball? It looks a bit small. I don't know what that is. I don't know what a kicker is. Is it like a bouncy ball or something? What would we call a kicker? And a booze bag. Okay, fine. Right, plenty of those. Okay, right. Run time on nice and fast. Let's just get this done. Let's clear up all the nonsense that you've been gathering, you naughty so-and-sos. Do you know what? They didn't find that much more stuff. I think we kind of found most of it in the early sweep. So they found some alcohol, I think it was, like a big bottle of booze, not hidden in a big kind of bin bag type thing. But okay, that's actually okay. I was expecting a lot worse than that. So, right, well done everybody. You're being sort of relatively well behaved. A severe weather event has been detected. Okay, so what is coming in? Can we find out? If we click that, a weak storm. A weak storm is coming in 11 hours and 41 minutes. And of course we can predict that because we have our wonderful, our wonderful weather machine that does, bleeping and blooping. It's got graphs and charts and lots of lovely multicoloured buttons and nobody goes to it. But still we somehow make it work, which is very exciting. Okay, so yeah, in about half a day's time, we are going to have a bit of a storm, which means that people need to be locked inside. But again, that's not so bad. That's not so bad. It will cause a little bit of a problem with the whole bakery thing because nobody will be able to get here. We can't fly people in a storm to come and buy a baguette from a prison and then go away again, because that might be a little bit dangerous. It might be sort of slightly excessive for what you're going to get out of it. But yeah, that could be a problem. But do you know what? We will pause time for now, and I think we'll finish up for the moment, and we'll come back next time and just see how the bakery gets on. Because yeah, now they've settled into the idea that there is a bakery. And they've learned how to make a few basic things like a baguette and a cupcake and a nice big cake. Now they've got that kind of, they've got the buzz for baking. They've got that baking sort of feeling. I think, we'll come back and see how that does. Hopefully it will do very, very well. And we can make many, many lovely, delicious cakes and other nice baked goods. And then I think it might be time to consider adding some more cells down here. We might need to add on lovely cell block, whatever it will be, D. Hang on, A, B, C. Yeah, lovely cell block D. And we did ponder making this one, hang on, there's a grant, isn't there? Hang on a second. We did ponder making a criminally insane wing because it gives you quite a bit of money. So you get 10 grand up front and 15 grand completion bonus. But then you do need to house 10 criminally insane people. And that's a little bit troublesome, isn't it? As we've seen, we don't really want kind of troublemakers around here because, they kind of kill people with writing equipment. So it'd be nice if we didn't have to worry about that. That would be wonderful. So, maybe we just have a nice kind of regular sort of wing over here. It's going to be a little bit trickier for them to get around the place because that is going to be their access point down here. Unless we can somehow can we terraform on the land there? And then maybe have this as a corridor, move the weather centre again, possibly. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe we could have a very thin kind of corridor coming through so we can keep the boiler there and just have a thin corridor going that way. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, can we add dirt? Yeah, it looks like we can. We can build on the water by the look of it. So we can add grass. Yeah, okay, maybe we'll think about that possibly. But yeah, I think we do need to get this kind of bit filled out. And then we'll have more prisoners to do more jobs and hopefully go and work in the workshop and make a bed that we're still struggling with. Reduce the reoffending rate. Reoffending rate is now 19%. It's really good. Why haven't we been paid, game? Please give us our lovely 25 grand and let us have another grant, please. But okay, yeah, we'll finish it for now. Come back next time. And then, yes, perhaps get building over here where we can construct a lovely cell block deer. But yeah, we'll see what happens when we come back. Hopefully you have enjoyed this. If you have, please do leave a like. That would be most marvellous indeed. And if you're not already, then please do subscribe to keep up to date with how we get on here next time out in Prison Architect. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I will see you next time. Yay! Okay, exciting things are happening. Where does Gigantic Big Stabby Knife live? They're D&D nerding. They've got a dice tower, and they've got character sheets, and they've got some dice. Oh, this is wonderful. Look at my best life. Oh my goodness me, so much undergarmentage. Oh, thank goodness. Praise be, the kettle has been uncovered.